You wake up, you check your phone, you go to work, you come home, you distract yourself until you sleep. Repeat. And somewhere in that cycle you start to wonder, is this really all there is? The truth no one wants to say out loud. Nothing matters unless you decide it does. Not your job, not your relationships, not even your suffering. The universe doesn't care. But that's not a reason to give up. It's your ultimate power. Every hero, every legend, every man who ever mattered, they weren't born with a purpose. They chose one. They looked at the void and said, "No, this is what I'll fight for." And suddenly their life had weight. You're waiting for a sign? It's not coming. You want permission? You'll never get it. Meaning isn't found. It's built. So what will you build yours out of? The clock's ticking. And the only thing more painful than regret is knowing you had the power all along and wasted it. Your whole life you've been fed the same comforting lie, that you were born for something, that there's some grand plan, some cosmic script where you're the hero. Religion says it. Society whispers it. Even your parents believed it when they named you. But what if that's all bullshit? Imagine a knife. A knife was made to cut, that's its purpose, baked into its existence. For centuries we've been told we're like that knife, created with some divine intention. But Sartre? He calls that cowardice. Because here's the terrifying truth. You weren't made for anything. You showed up naked and screaming into a universe that doesn't give a damn about you. No destiny, no fate, no angelic blueprint. Just you. Standing at the edge of an empty highway with no signs, no map, and no one coming to save you. That dizzying freedom you feel when you realize no God, no government, no guru gets to decide what matters. That's not panic. That's power. Most people spend their lives searching for meaning like it's some lost treasure buried in their DNA. But meaning isn't found. It's forged. Every time you choose what to fight for, what to love, what to sacrifice, that's not you discovering your purpose. That's you inventing it. The first man who looked at a rock and decided it was sacred didn't find holiness. He created it. So ask yourself right now, what comforts are you willing to burn to become the author of your own life? Let's talk about freedom. Not the cheap freedom of choosing what to binge watch tonight, but the gut-wrenching, sleep-stealing freedom Sartre forces us to confront. This isn't about political liberty or personal preferences. This is the raw, unfiltered truth that you are right now, absolutely free. Not might be free. Not could become free. You're already there, standing knee-deep in possibility most men drown themselves in distractions to avoid. Real freedom hurts. It's the weight of every decision you've ever avoided crushing down on your chest at 3 a.m. That promotion you didn't go after? Your choice. The relationship you let die? Your move. The dreams you buried to please others? Your signature on the death certificate. Sartre forces us to stare down the barrel of an unbearable truth. There is no right path handed down from heaven or society. Picture a French soldier in 1940. He can fight for a country that's already surrendered. He can flee to safety. He can collaborate with the enemy. There's no cosmic scorekeeper judging his choice. Just the relentless echo of his own conscience. This is where most men break. They beg for chains, for religion to tell them what's moral, for society to dictate success, for parents to approve their choices. But the moment you realize you've been holding the keys to your own prison this whole time, that's when real living begins. The terrifying beauty of radical freedom is this. When there's no one left to blame, there's no one left to limit you either. That anxiety you feel when facing big decisions, that's not fear. That's freedom vibrating through your bones, waiting for you to grab it like the steering wheel of a car that's been driverless for too long. So your choice right now, keep pretending your life is happening to you or finally accept that you've been the author all along. The page is blank. The pen is in your hand. What the hell are you going to write? Let me show you the invisible prison most people live in. The lies we tell ourselves to sleep at night. Sartre called it bad faith. That slick, comfortable self-deception that lets us play victim to our own lives. You know exactly what this feels like. That bitter laugh when you say, "I'm stuck in this job," like some unseen hand is forcing you to stay. The shrug when you mutter, "I'm just not disciplined," as if your laziness was written in your DNA. These aren't facts. They're fairy tales we spin to avoid the terrifying truth that we could choose differently right now. Picture a man who's miserable at work. Every Sunday night he's physically ill with dread. But when you ask why he stays, he hits you with the classics. The economy's bad. My boss won't let me. I've got bills. Here's what he won't say. He's choosing certainty over courage, trading his entire life for the comfort of complaining rather than the risk of changing. That's bad faith. Pretending you don't have options when you're just afraid to take them. Or take the guy who says, "I'm just an angry person," after screaming at his girlfriend. Bullshit. He's not an angry person. He's a person choosing anger because it's easier than vulnerability. "That's just who I am," is the coward's way out. A get-out-of-jail-free card we play to avoid the hard work of becoming better. The cold water in your face is that there's always a choice. Always. Even in chains, you choose how to wear them. The alcoholic chooses to take the first drink. The cheater chooses to send that text. And you? You're choosing right now to either face your excuses or keep feeding them. Bad faith isn't just lying. It's lying so well you start believing it yourself. But peel back that lie and you'll find the most liberating truth. The chains you feel, you're the one holding the lock. You are not your thoughts. You are not your intentions. You are not your potential. You are what you do. Every single day you are writing the story of who you are, not with words, but with action or inaction. Think about the word coward. It's not something you're born with, it's something you earn, one choice at a time. The first time you run from a fight, you might tell yourself it was just circumstance. The second time, you might justify it. By the 10th time, you don't even hesitate. You've made yourself into a coward. And the terrifying part, you did it to yourself. Now flip it. A hero isn't some mythical creature born under a lucky star. A hero is just a man who, when the moment came, chose to stand when others ran. One decision, then another. Until one day, people look at him and say, "That's who he is." But he wasn't born that way. He built himself that way. This is the brutal truth Sartre forces us to face. There is no real you hiding inside, waiting to be discovered. There is only what you do. The alcoholic who says, "I'm not myself when I drink," wrong. That drunk version of him is just as much him as the sober one, because he keeps choosing it. The guy who cheats and says, "This isn't me," yes, it is, because he did it. You want to know who you are? Don't look in the mirror. Look at your last 5 decisions, that's the real you. And if you don't like what you see, good. Because the next 5 can rewrite the story, but only if you act. Most people spend their lives waiting for permission, waiting for a sign, a purpose, some divine blueprint to tell them how to live. But there is no script, no right way to exist. The meaning of your life isn't something you find, it's something you build, brick by brick, with every choice you make. Living authentically starts with one brutal admission. You are already free, and that freedom is terrifying. Because it means no one gets to tell you what matters. Not your parents, not your religion, not society. The second you stop outsourcing your purpose to something else, you realize you're the only one holding the pen. So how do you build a life that actually means something? First, you embrace the uncertainty. There is no safety net, no guarantee. The moment you accept that, you stop looking for answers and start creating them. After that, you take radical responsibility. Your life isn't shaped by luck or fate or the system, it's shaped by you. That job you hate, you're choosing to stay. Those relationships draining you, you're choosing to tolerate them. The moment you stop blaming and start owning, you take back control. And finally, you act with intention. Most people sleepwalk through life following the default path: college, job, marriage, retirement, death. But you don't have to accept that. You can burn the script. You can define success on your terms. You can say no to what doesn't matter and hell yes to what does. This is the heart of Sartre's message. Meaning isn't handed to you, it's fought for, it's claimed. So what will you fight for? What will you claim? The clock's ticking. And the only real failure is you not fulfilling your potential. Let's be fucking clear. You're dying right now. Not in some poetic, philosophical way. Literally. Your cells are decaying as you watch this. And with every breath you waste pretending you don't have a choice, you're digging your own grave with weak fucking hands. Look at yourself. Really look. That mediocre job, you chose it. That dead relationship, you tolerate it. That body you hate, you built it. Every single day. By your choices, not your parents, not the system, not bad luck. You. Sartre's ghost is laughing at you right now, laughing at how you still don't get it. That freedom isn't some gift waiting for you. It's a chainsaw in your hands that you're too scared to fucking use. You want meaning? Then bleed for something. Want purpose? Then burn your excuses alive, because nobody is coming to save you. Ever. This is your final warning. That voice whispering, maybe tomorrow, that's not motivation missing. That's your soul rotting. And the only thing more painful than change is realizing too late that you were always free. Last chance. Right fucking now. Live or die screaming what if.